The best of the best have arrived in Cyprus. Welcome to the Marriott Crystal Cove Hotel and Casino. This is Super High Roller Series Europe. It is the final table of event number 1, a $25,000 buy-in short deck tournament. And what a lineup we have in store for you today. 3 of the top 15 players on the all-time money list. Jeff Platt alongside Brent Hanks. And Brent, the legends are here in Cyprus.
A fine blend, Jeff. The old guard meets the new. Unfortunately, Eric Sundell has bowed out in 7th place. However, Phil Ivey remains.
That leaderboard presented by GG Poker. Our chip leader you also may have heard of. His name is Stephen Chidwick. We've seen him once or twice on our Poker Go streams, yeah?
The Riddler, this guy is so good at every single game. Every hand is pretty in short deck. Except for the 10-7 offsuit, Ivy. I jinxed you.
And in short deck, we take the 2s, the 3s, the 4s, and the 5s out of the deck. Who needs them? Rules similar to Holdem, except flush beats a full house. No blinds, an ante-only structure. So you'll see a lot of limping, and you also see the milkman, Makita Badziakuski, looking sharp as always.
All grown up. The last time I saw the milkman, he couldn't grow anything on his face, and now he's just got a full beard and mustache. Same
and
sunglasses.
Shades.
Yeah.
King Jack 10, all diamonds. See the equities bottom. Chidwick entering the day as chip leader. Checked over to Makita. Pair together.
Chidwick may want to consider betting here. Has a very bad straight, as we can see.
Fire 175,000. That gets it done for Stephen Chidwick. Chidwick with almost $36 million in career tournament earnings. He is 6th on the all-time money list. A little less than $1.7 million behind Dan Smith for 5th. This is Chidwick's 6th career short deck cash. Our lovely chip shufflers here. There's Santi. And there is Phil Ivey. What's the 9-8? 25K ante. 8s for Ihor out of the Ukraine.
Get used to seeing a lot of this, Jeff. A lot of limping with these sorts of hands. Makita has a good one. Ace Queen. Pretty much all Broadway cards of this sort.
Very powerful.
Quite strong. You'll see some fast pre-flop play, especially with a stack like Makita. Roughly 65 antes. There you go.
Just about all of it. Fold, fold. Right, a lot of limping pre and a lot of shoving pre as well.
Right. It's a game full of coolers. We're going to see them throughout the course of the day. And apparently they have instituted a no talking rule at this table. Not a single word has been spoken amongst this group.
Chidwick with the queen 10 of spades.
Pretty
Those
good
green
hand.
chips, sorry, worth 25K.
You and I had a chance to talk a little bit of strategy with Jason Kuhn yesterday, and when you're a chip leader, you're able to come into the pots with these raises. 200,000, Chidwick obviously kicking it up. Oftentimes, I think he'll mix it in with various limps, but because of the ICM factors in play, him being the chip leader, he's going to want to pressure all of these stacks at this final table by coming in with raises.
Ace jack of spades for Santi. You saw Brewer snap fold the nines. A hand like nines just not good in short deck.
Nines sort of the equivalent to having pocket fives in no limit hold'em. It's going to be very difficult to play post flop.
So Santi makes the call, sees an ace in the window as it comes ace king 6.
A lot of pressure being applied here. Chidwick with the continuation, just a gutter. Santi only having 1.2 million.
Let's make the call. Turn brings a queen. 1.1 million in this pot.
Perhaps Chidwick expected Santi to move it in with this sort of hand on the flop if he did have a hand like ace jack suited.
Yeah.
And there it is from Chidwick. Just maximum amounts of pressure being applied.
Picked up just enough equity to try and fire twice. Turning queen 10 into a bluff. He is targeting almost exactly that sort of hand. Ace jack suited. Right in the blender.
No hearts or clubs in Santi's hand. Not sure how much that matters in short deck as compared to no limit. But Santi being put to the test for all of it. At our first final table of the Super High Roller Series. $25,000 buy-in. Santi lays it down, Chidwick gets it done. No matter the game, Stephen Chidwick as chip leader is not a welcome sight for his opponents.
Just knows how to apply perfect pressure every single step of the way. I think Santi really, Jeff, big misstep by just calling that flop. I don't know what he expected Chidwick to do. Simply give up. That's not
a man who pumps the brakes too often.
That's not his nature. Able to apply so much pressure as the chip leader.
Brewer with kings.
All in.
All in.
See that double ante on the button. I think. I might have just been wrong on that. Maybe I made that up. I don't know. I saw 2 green chips next. No, it is. It is. There's Ivy's. Right? Or is that Igor's ante? I'll figure it out one of these days.
I'm not going to commit to it either way yet, Jeff,
okay.
until we have a better angle. I'm just making stuff up already.
Yep. The button is last to act, Priya. Do you know that? Yeah, 2 green chips in front of Ivy. Real short deck expert. Ace 10 of clubs for Makita. White chips worth 100,000 apiece. Party Poker ambassador out of Belarus. More than $28 million in career tournament earnings. Says all of it.
Fold.
Easy game. Best hand just wins.
This is Makita's 7th live short deck cash. He won the 25K short deck event at WSOP Europe in 2018. There you see it 5th in chips with 6 players remaining. Final 6 guaranteed $72,000. So 24K pay jump from 6th to 5th. Up top in this one is 408K.
Heck of a turnout.
Yeah, 48 entries, creating a prize pool of $1.2 million.
Expect an even larger field today for event number 2, the 25K no limit event.
All in.
All of it with the Queen Jack. Chidwick asking for a count with Ace Queen.
815.
See if Chidwick goes for max pressure rather than calling, just moving everybody else all in.
All in.
Yep, there it is, all of it. Ivy and Ihor out of the way. Here we go. Santi the one all in and at risk with Queen Jack against Steven Chidwick's Ace Queen. Equities are going to run closer in short deck, but still Chidwick in good shape.
Yeah, great spot really for Ace Queen.
Ace in the window as it comes to Ace, Ace-7. Not optimal if you're Santi.
All right. Good luck, guys.
The turn is a 9, and that is it. Good game to Santi, out in 6th for $72,000. And Steven Chidwick now up to more than $5 million in chips.
The Riddler, the accumulator. Love seeing that Chidwick and Ivy being side by side.
Yeah, that's cool, huh?
We've often compared these 2 players to one another.
To start.
1.8.
Okay.
So intimidating. Their presence at the table, you can just feel it. Both men of very few words.
Yeah, I can push a fold. My bad.
Making it 200K with the ace-8. And Brent, as Jason Kuhn told us the other day, ICM much more extreme here in short deck tournaments. The big stack, like Chidwick's, gets to put in a lot of money with a really wide range, and everybody else is quote-unquote in the coffin.
I love that, the way he used the coffin metaphor.
This already marks Stephen Chidwick's best finish in a short deck event, making the final 5. It's his 6th career short deck cash.
Go.
Limps in with the Jack-8 of spades. Ihor out of the Ukraine, and with the ace-10, Makita with ace-jack.
Makita considering moving it in. 2 calls in front, ace-jack off is quite powerful. I think ace-jack suited would certainly be in the middle.
275.
There we go. How about this? Just a little razoo. 275.
And it's Brewer with ace-queen. Brewer finds the fold. Nice pickup for Makita there.
I don't know. I don't know.
Hearts.
What?
Hearts.
Ace queen. I was hoping I would just fold and just see you put it in and feel good.
There's some table
So that was
chatter.
the hand that wanted to see a flop.
Well, Chris Brewer loves to chat it up at the table.
All in.
All in.
Tens for Ihor and goes for it here.
Fold, fold.
No, I really did not want to see a flop.
Wait.
Nice. Just hold on just a sec.
You just knew he was holding? You just knew he was holding? That's why you put these cards in.
I didn't.
What was your first tournament?
Montenegro 2 years ago.
What happened?
Which one?
What happened though if you like pushed this cauldron and the dealer just grabbed it?
Well,
Phil just wins.
Saw that one.
I mean, if the hand in a mug,
Yeah.
You
then
did?
there
So you
is
2 for 2?
Yeah,
no
Phil
way
just,
to change that.
Phil just win.
It's a good record.
That'd be so weird.
Where'd you finish?
But I think that's not going to be ruled this way in such tournaments.
Yeah.
it's too difficult.
It's more like soft rules. So
All in.
Ace 9. Brehorn rips it here.
Oh, I can.
Gets through
I feel
again.
like I might have made a bad fold.
You could, when?
Where did you come in the other tournament? Where did you finish?
Gonna see soon.
6 of
I have to wait half an hour, man. That's a long wait.
2 years ago.
I'm not patient.
Yeah.
No, I will enjoy extra 30 minutes to tease you.
Oh, let's fail.
And Makita's going to make Brewer sweat this out.
That's
A
painful.
big difference.
Until he sees that
between
hand on the
online
stream.
and offline.
Yeah,
You need
yeah,
to count
for sure.
chips every second.
Yeah. Especially in this game, yeah.
Very
There's
stressed.
always
Very
something
stressed for me.
going on.
But I'm trying.
Doing pretty well so far.
Chidwick with ace 8. Ivy with ace king.
All in.
It all goes in. The first words we hear from Phil Ivey today are all in. He takes down that pot. Phil Ivey, the 10-time World Series of Poker bracelet winner. More than $31 million in career tournament earnings. That puts him 11th on the all-time money list. He'll have a real shot this week to overtake Jason Kuhn for the 10th spot, as he's about 600K behind him. Brewer with the king jack of hearts.
You could sort of see Brewer's reluctant face to just flick it in. He knows he has to call. Almost guaranteed to face some sort of resistance.
You can tell he's also a little more unsure. This is his first short deck tournament cash. Or Shkilaruk. Nailed it on the pronouncer. Lays it down. Makita checks the king 8. Queen 7-6, a set of 7s for one Phil Ivey.
And sets are oh so powerful in this game. In fact, if you flopped a set and you happen to be up against a flop straight, a set is a favorite in the hand.
Nothing doing for anybody else. Ivy takes down that pot. This is Phil Ivey's 13th career short deck tournament cash. That is tops at this table. He has 2 short deck tournament wins. In 2018, won a Triton event in Montenegro for a little more than $600,000. And in March of 2020, won a 50K short deck event at Party Poker Millions in Sochi for more than $850K. Good to have Phil Ivey and Stephen Chidwick back on our screens once again. 2 of the very best.
I'm all in.
And Ivy with the ace queen of hearts, Rip City. Eeyore has the king jack of clubs, lays it down. Makita with the ace 10 of clubs. down. Final 5, guaranteed $96,000. $36,000 pay jump from 5th to 4th. Up top, more than $400,000. Ivy up to almost 100 antes. 25K ante, 50K if you're on the button. Button is last to act pre-flop in short deck. No 2s, no 3s, no 4s, no 5s in the deck. A flush beats a full house.
Is there a break after this limit or the next one?
Phil's talkative today. He said all in and then
the man
asked
needs a
the
break,
question.
Jeff.
Right. Chidwick on the button. That menacing glare in the direction of Nikita Badziakuski.
He has to be sort of curious about what Mikita's limping range entails. Could it be better hands than ace-10? Yeah, maybe. Ace-jack, ace-queen. I think ace-queen would be in the middle. I don't know.
You kind of see why we mentioned earlier that 9s are so quote-unquote dusty. So many big cards in this game, so little small cards that your 9s are almost always going to get outflopped.
You just have to flop a set,
yeah,
or you're done. And Makina's going to try and represent that he has limped this particular sort of texture. Could it be queen-jack, king-queen? I don't think ace-queen is ever limping in that spot with Makita's stack. Chidwick can eliminate that. I certainly expect him to peel.
That's what he does. And he turns the straight.
Well, half the deck remaining were kings. Was it going to be that hard, Jeff?
That's true. A little bit of an exaggeration, but not much. Yeah, but not much.
Wow. Did not expect Makita to continue. I guess really trying to tell a tale that he has potentially ace-10 or, again, king-queen, maybe 9-10. I think it's more like 9-10 when you have 2 9s in your hand. Just hoping to get queen X to fold.
Chidwick using a time extension card. And making it 350,000.
And I think
Quick
Chidwick
fold.
does have to raise there for the times he happens to be up against a set, which again is a very strong hand. You sort of need a fast play, a hand like a straight, especially with the presence of a turn flush draw being possible by the river.
Event number 1 of the Super High Roller Series. Brought to you by Luxon Pay and GG Poker. $25,000 short deck event. Down to our final 5. $408,000 awarded to our winner.
My friends is actually awake in the US right now to even watch the stream. It's an unfair advantage, man. 10 hours behind.
What is the time in US?
So it's 10 hours behind, so what are we? It's like 2 o'clock here. So it's like 4 a.m.
That would be right, Chris. Yep.
Nailed it.
Yeah, got it.
I guess I get an East Coast friend. It's only 7 a.m. now. Maybe I have a chance.
Ivy with 10s in the flush draw. Checks back and does turn the flush. Another king pops up on the river. Chidwick leads for the minimum.
Race 175.
Ivy looking for some value. And Chidwick makes the call.
Wow. Ivy gets max value from Chidwick. I guess I'm uncertain really what we're beating. Clearly I have no idea how to play this game, and Chidwick does, so he
Right.
called for reasons that I cannot quite comprehend.
Chidwick limping in with the queen-9. Ivy calls with the ace-6 off. Ehor with queen-jack of spades on the button. King Jack 8, 2 clubs. Ehor ahead with the jacks. Chidwick the gutter. Backdoor flush draw. Ivy with ace high.
Excuse me? Could you tell me how is the rate discount is going to apply for us?
Do we have a break after this or no?
I don't think we're going on break.
Oh, no, when do we
Yeah,
stop?
yeah. I think
This
we've
is a
ran
fast
the
little
level.
break.
Oh.
Probably one more.
Chidwick bets, Chidwick wins.
Oh, sorry.
All in?
All of it from Chidwick with the ace-6 suited. Ace holds a lot of power in short deck. Even your worst aces against kings are still over 40%.
Yep.
Ace-9 suited, for example, 45% against kings.
Isn't that remarkable?
Yeah.
That shows you how close these equities do run.
Oh, so we can register now.
Can someone register us from here?
Taking a look at our leaderboard, it is presented by GG Poker. And there you see our final five, and there you see quite the chip lead for Stephen Chidwick, up to almost 5.4 million in chips. Ivy, Brewer, and Ihor effectively tied for second. Then a bit of a drop off before we find Mikita Badzikovsky's name. Eric Seidel eliminated in seventh just before we came on the
To make
air.
the dollar go real long.
$270.
What? I mean, it's on him, man.
He hasn't acted yet.
I don't
So
know. I mean,
I
Ihor
haven't acted yet either.
went way out of turn, as it was on
I don't know
Chidwick.
how you could mess that up.
Ivy has
The
ace
race is supposed to
queen.
stand, right?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely stands no matter what.
Only if action doesn't change.
Yeah, the action doesn't change. Well, limp doesn't count as changing, right?
No.
Yeah.
270.
No, right.
Yeah.
So Ivy folds the ace queen, and his read was spot on. The early action by Ihor, a bit of a tell there as he had aces.
There you go.
Wow. Wow. A little premature.
Yeah, that was.
Ooh.
Online they
And
tell you when
Ivy
to act,
picked
right?
up on that.
Sorry guys, I'm not happy
It's
with
okay.
this
Oh, good.
as well. Too bad.
Imagine if he waits to act in turn. As Ivy with ace queen might have just ripped it pre, right?
Of course.
And just right into the aces.
That was it.
Wow.
Night, night.
Wow. Nikita effectively shoving with the ace-10.
50? 60.
He owes 40. Oh, no, mind. I didn't see it.
Ante's 30K. Double ante on the button. 60K. And Nikita with the king, queen of clubs.
All of it. Almost.
Effectively rips it again.
I haven't really seen a stone cooler quite yet. Looks Ivy's interested. I don't think he'd be asking unless he was genuinely considering putting it in.
With
there
the
it is.
ace queen.
Yeah.
Is it good enough for Phil Ivey?
Sure.
No, he lays it down.
Wow. Maybe those ICM situations, Jeff, that we continue to elude.
They will arrive the player, 2 copies, the 2 registration copies. The player's copy needs to go all the time in front of the player chips. This is very important.
Ivy going to be thrilled when he watches back ace queen versus aces. Not going to be particularly pleased with that one though.
And we check for the players, please. Draw, just come over here to the table desk. And if you play yesterday, you don't need to sign the form.
Ace 9 for Ivy here.
Just show your ticket and you receive the manual random season.
All of us? Can we have a quick break?
I just have one at the casino.
210.
You are raising it up on the button with queen
210.
9, making it 210,000.
210. Right.
I have one at the casino. That should be fine.
Ace 9 for Ivy into the muck. Well done by Ihor.
This time I did well, right?
You got it? Where's that?
Needs your cards. There we go. Look at Makita's outfit. That's strong.
Well, I mean, well, we just
Oh,
gotta
he's
find KO.
styling.
Sorry?
Just ask KO. He'll figure it out.
Yeah, we're gonna.
Jack 10 close for Chipley. Effectively all of it.
Neil?
All the players, once that you have your ticket and you pick up your items, you can already go forward to the table. Information is 125,000 chips, starting chips with 6 time band. Please, all the players, just make sure the white registration ticket will be in front of the player with the chips.
Complicated with king, queen of diamonds.
We are ready to start. We're going to drop the button on table
Hold on.
1. Once again, 125,000 starting chips for you.
Brewer rips with the king jack and ends up winning with the worst of it.
Flash or no?
I didn't see it if it flashed. You want another one?
Small blind 500, big blind 1,000, big blind 1,000, dealer, couple of the deal.
Chidwick makes the call with the Broadway draw. Turn is the 7. Ivy's 8s are best. That's a gut shot.
It's actually a lovely card for Ivy.
Oh, it's
so
an
much
open-ender,
easier.
so.
Yeah, it's an open-ender as those aces do swing low. Essentially.
It's still a gut shot. I mean, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So
Right.
doesn't forget the open-ender comment. Aces are low, but
I was like,
if a 9
right.
pops out, not like
Old
he needs
hand.
ace. But it would be a 6-card
straight.
straight. That's cool.
It's just much easier now, Jeff, to
I
represent
was so happy I could
8-9.
finally do
Yeah.
it.
Chidwick
He's
is going to try and take it away.
Chidwick's gonna pounce here. To the tune of a 375,000 chip bet.
Yeah.
Time extension used by Ivy. And the check raise with just 8s by Phil Ivy to 800,000.
Did I mention that he can now represent 8-9?
Yes, you did. Chidwick lays it down. Ivy gets it done. We could see that eights were actually the best hand, but still a remarkable play by Phil Ivy.
All in?
All of it from Brewer with ace-10. Brewer with more than 2.6 million in chips. Jacks for Makita. Limps in. Ivy with the ace-8 of spades. He'll limp in as well. Ace-10 on the button for Ihor.
Give me a count, please.
He says all of it. Makita has asked for a count.
Oh.
Medium, 570.
It's Makita calling off here with the jacks.
570.
Start the clock.
Stop the clock.
Makita passes with the jacks. One tournament cash on Ihor's poker resume for $53,000. It came at a short deck event, Triton tournament in Montenegro. This is Brewer's first career short deck tournament cash. And this cash will put Brewer over the $2 million mark in career tournament earnings.
One more.
We know Ihor has at least an ace here.
All in. All in.
Ripset gets there. $30K ante, $60K on the button.
Chitwick was applying pressure early. We saw it with 9-8 suited here, 7-8 suited into the muck. Not going to open every time, Jeff, but certainly you would think that the shift and chips, this ICM that's in play, absolutely will dictate his actions.
Another shove for Ihor. Again, it gets through. Super High Roller Series, brought to you by Luxon Pay and GG Poker. This is a Poker Go Tour event, Poker Go Tour, presented by Guaranteed Rate. Liam Shurovich leads the way on that leaderboard. He has 9 Poker Go Tour wins this year. Chris Brewer with a Poker Go Tour win at the beginning of this month, won the $50K at Seminole Hard Rock.
This calls them all
$420,000.
like incredibly. I mean, that's insane right there.
Yeah.
We need a new deck after this hand, but
New deck, please.
yeah.
King 9 of spades for Makita. Queen for Brewer. In an awkward spot with Chidwick to his left. Does make the call. Chidwick checks at the 8-6 of spades on the button. Ace, Queen, 10, 1 spade. Brewer with the pair of the gut shot. And the backdoor royal flush draw. Pair for Brewer. Chidwick going to come after it now, betting 150,000.
What a horrible spot for Brewer, and he is going to try and see right through this, Jeff.
Checks again on the river. Chidwick try again here. With 510K in the pot, as you see on the bottom right corner of your screen.
Think about the hands that are beating King Queen for Brewer to even call the turn. Quite spectacular. Is Chidwick really going to pull the trigger on the river?
He is not.
Oof.
Yeah, so this one, there's a very clear mark right there. Like, definitely looks, someone put it there. I don't know, it's weird.
We'll get a new deck.
I mean, it's like unbelievably clear.
It's just, it's like, comes up.
Okay.
It's like the
Yeah.
stuff that accumulates on the chips or whatever.
Okay. When I got dealt that, I was like, looked at the back. It's pretty spooky.
Chidwick still our chip leader as we take a look at our leaderboard presented by GG. Ihor in second, Phil Ivey right there. Chris Brewer, about the same amount of chips as Ivey. Makita, our short stack. Santi out in 6 for 72K. Eric Seidel, Brent eliminated right before we came on the air. The now 9-time World Series of Poker bracelet winner after winning the GG Super Millions last week.
You got to ride the heater, Jeff.
Yeah.
Seidel came all the way out here to try and do just that.
This was Seidel's second career short deck tournament cash. Finished third at the 10K Short Deck Poker Masters event in 2019.
We actually just played the same position, aren't we?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
You were in the bottom.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
So what is it, a
Chidwick
miscue?
was on
Yeah,
the
I mean, it should just be a miscue. No significant actions are called.
Should have been my tens.
What?
Should have been my tens.
Yeah. You could probably do a little bit more with them than I can.
Merritt Crystal Cove Hotel and Casino playing host for us over this next week and a half. Event number 2 underway, $25,000 buy-in. No Limit Holdem. And some massive names in this one. Timothy Adams, Seth Davies, Artur Martirosyan. Limitless is there. Kerry Katz, Liam Shurovich, and Brent. Look who has arrived in Cyprus. Going to throw 2 names at you.
Yeah.
Number 1 would be Michael Adamo.
Oh.
One of the best in the world. And number 2 would be one David Coleman.
David Coleman?
David Coleman is here in Cyprus.
Really?
Yeah.
Made his mark at the U.S. Poker Open. What a stud. Phenom from the East Coast in the United States. Speaking of phenoms, Ivy getting after it. Trip 8s.
Poker Go Cup, I believe, for Coleman. 4 final tables in that one. A 4th, a 6th, a 3rd, and a 2nd for David Coleman at the inaugural Poker Go Cup. Christoph Vogelsang in the mix. Tractor. Akita with ace queen. Takes that one down. Makita with 7 seven-figure cashes
Yeah. 34 already?
on his tournament resume.
They might run out of tables.
His biggest cash came in 2018, won a Triton main event in Jeju for more than $5.2 million.
Then 9, then 10-handed.
That'd be a good problem to have.
Yeah, it'd be great. Very ideal. Yeah, it's probably gonna. I feel like it's gonna get like 80 inches or something. If it's already at 44.
What's the... Like, so it's just like ARIA structure?
I assume so.
6 levels of reg. And Z.
Yeah, 6 levels of edge. Yeah, I think, I don't know if it's 100 or 125k Stalling.
1.5 to 2.5.
It's yeah, so it's 125k Stalling.
Ah, yeah.
The last level of
I would have called you.
entry is
Very good.
5.5.
What you got?
Ace jack.
Oh.
Yeah. So if you reg on break
And
or whatever,
garbage.
you get,
Garbage.
you come in at 6k.
Yeah.
Thirty-second shot clock in play throughout Super High Roller Series Europe. Keto with 7s. Slip in.
You're like 1.5 something.
Brewer gonna pounce.
Face 210.
Clearly not a good hand. This is entirely about ICM pressure being applied to the milkman, Makita. And the man with the soon-to-be mullet, Chris Brewer, wheels, gets it done.
You can see that hair growing on the back.
Yeah, it's coming. He's got a very full head of hair. That might take a little while for that mullet to take shape.
Ace 10 of diamonds for Ivy. Nines for Ihor. And we mentioned this earlier, but these kinds of lower pocket pairs, not really that good in short deck. Much rather have those big Broadway cards like this, the King Queen of Clubs. Chipwick does check. Does flop top pair. Ivy the one leading for 150,000. slips in a call.
Damn, ace jack. Dylan.
Brewer just saw that Makita had ace jack when Brewer had ace queen earlier, about half an hour ago.
Certainly most players do their due diligence to keep track of this live stream. Find out exactly what's been going on. And you can bet they're keeping a close eye on this fella, Mr. Chidwick. And this is straight value for Chidwick. He thinks if Ivy had a flush draw, perhaps would have played it a little bit faster. Betting for information, betting to protect. Certainly has ruled out ace-king for Ivy. Just protecting against those draws, trying to get value from a worse king, maybe even a jack that could contain a heart.
Ivy lays it down. Chidwick extends his chip lead. Brent, turn the sound back on. Thank you.
Sorry about that.
All in.
Ace 9 for Ihor. He says all of it. Gets there. Ace king for Brewer.
Hold on.
Holdem.
Jacks for Ivy. Lays it down again. Jacks not as valuable as they are in No Limit.
Not nearly as valuable. Ace-king is a powerhouse in this hand. Essentially, it's like having two kings in No Limit.
All in.
Speaking of kings, ace jack for Ihor.
We just saw Ivy muck ace jack.
Roughly.
Boy, Ihor.
2.5.
And with Makita's a much shorter
2.9.
stack,
Right. This
I'd be very surprised if
should absolutely
chips
be
went
a
in
fold.
here. Does lay it down.
Break.
So I can register now, right?
And with that,
What do I need for this casino card?
we'll send our players off to break. We'll take a break as well, but first a look at the leaderboard presented by GG Poker. Steven Chidwick's name on top. 5 players left, all fighting for that $408,000 first place prize. And Phil Ivey is still in the mix. About a 10-minute break for us. You're watching Super High Roller Series Europe. It's presented by GG Poker and Luxon Pay. Welcome back to Cyprus, coming to you from the Marriott Royal Premium Hotel and Casino. It's Super High Roller Series Europe. Jeff Platt alongside Brent Hanks. Come join us as we continue our final table coverage. Event number 1, $25,000 buy-in, the short deck tournament. Stephen Chidwick on top of our leaderboard, presented by GG Poker. And Brent, it's just maximum amount of pressure again and again being applied.
ICM very much in play. Every player aware of these conditions. Chidwick leaning, leveraging. Brewer has been able to maneuver a little bit and accumulate some chips throughout that first portion of the show. The Milkman has got a little work to do, Jeff.
He is our short stack with about 1.4 million in chips. Our final 5 are guaranteed $96,000. There's a 36K pay jump from 5th to 4th. Up top in this one, 408K. We're playing short deck here, so we're taking the 2s, the 3s, the 4s, and the 5s out of the deck. A flush does beat a full house in short deck. No blinds. Every player antes.
Holdem.
The button has a double ante, and with 9s, Ehor just rips it. It's their... That's Ehor Shkaluruk. Nailed it. Out of the Ukraine. This is his 2nd career tournament cash.
Let me hear that one more time, Joe.
This is his 2nd career tournament cash. That's what you wanted to hear again, right?
Not exactly.
Okay. $40K ante, 80K on the button. Makita with the King-9 of clubs. This is our short stack. Green chips worth 25K, white chips worth 100K apiece. That man is our chip leader, Stephen Chidwick.
Got the walk with aces.
At the birds. This is Chidwick's 6th career short deck tournament cash. He's never finished in the top 5 in a short deck event until now. Chris Brewer out of Eugene, Oregon. Former track star for the Ducks.
Wheels. Brewers really come out of nowhere the last year or so in these high rollers. Just took down a huge one down in Florida. Was that the 50K high roller?
It was indeed, for more than $420,000.
Much needed, because you and I were talking about how he really bricked at the U.S. Poker Open
and
pretty
Poker
hard.
Go Cup.
Yeah.
He fired all, just a couple small cashes. Chidwick says all of it with the A6. Ivy has a pretty one in the form of the King Jack of Diamonds. But it's just too difficult especially with a short stack looming in Makita. There's that ICM pressure that you mentioned a little bit earlier.
Even if Ivy woke up with 2 kings there, you're not thrilled to put it in, but he would have.
Yeah.
And Chidwick's hand, ace-6 suited, would still be roughly 40%,
Yeah,
a little better.
A little better, yeah. Brewer, both an indoor and an outdoor runner, participating in track, participating in cross country. Ran a mile, you know, in just 4 minutes, 7 seconds. Pretty easy. That's about your time for a mile, yeah? Chidwick and Ivy limp in. Ivy flops an ace. No why Ehor's tanking so long. Okay, there we go. Especially with Chidwick behind him. Pretty hard to make a move there.
Yeah, sometimes, you know, when you're in the moment in the game, which, Jeff, you don't know much about.
That's true.
The emotions run through you.
Very much is true.
Have a tendency to maybe unnecessarily posture at times.
I do know about trying to get more camera time, though.
You know a lot about that.
Yeah.
Right.
So I can get that aspect of it. Raise and take it for Chidwick. Stephen Chidwick, 6th on the all-time money list. He passed the $36 million mark with a second place finish or better today. Chidwick raising with ace-10 this time. Jacks for Ehor. Steven Chidwick working on those oh-so-familiar towers. Final table leaderboard presented by GG Poker. Chidwick up to more than 5 million in chips. Ehor, Brewer, and Ivy are pretty similar stacks in that second to fourth place range. Rocking out on the guitar there,
I'm just
or what?
playing the air guitar. Hit me with that solo.
I like it. I like it.
I know you and I are not allowed to be biased for these sorts of things, but let's face it, we want to see Ivy get going, don't we?
Yeah.
You know, it's
Absolutely. The allure of Phil Ivey. It's hard not to be drawn to that. Couple queens.
Yeah, hard not to be drawn to
Mark.
the ladies as well. Slightly vulnerable in short deck. If I'm Ehor, yeah, there we go. Move it in. Let these other guys make a decision with their holdings.
You're the button?
Not that.
On the button, yeah.
Makita with King Jack. Goes for most of it. Brewer with ace queen.
All in.
All in.
All of it.
Call.
Ivy wakes up on the button with aces.
He went all in.
Can you give me accounts, please?
I have.
Folks, this is why you sometimes leave
Yeah.
chips behind. Makita knows Ivy has aces.
Why I did this to myself?
Don't say that.
Now has a chance to maybe consider folding
745.
And then,
745.
and could ladder up.
and
And
then.
he's seeing how many chips Brewer has, how many chips Ivy has.
Yeah, it's 2,248.
Brewer has Ivy out chipped.
Yeah, and I think because Brewer has Ivy covered, Makita may elect to just call it off here
Yeah.
3 ways.
Knowing that Phil is so strong.
Right,
Here.
and knowing that Brewer cannot be eliminated regardless of having an inferior hand to Ivy.
400 left. 400 left. Very cheap.
But thinking I could have 400K behind. Brewer has 200K-ish behind.
Welcome to Short Deck,
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen.
A $36,000
280
pay jump from 5th to 4th.
274.
2.7,
Okay. And
2.4.
2.7, 2.4.
$96,000 for 5th, 132K for 4th, 180,000 for 3rd.
So this is the loop.
Shot clock winding down. Makita will use a time extension,
How many I used?
granting him an
used
additional
already?
30 seconds to act.
Or it's now going? Okay.
This is the second. You still have this one.
Okay, okay.
What a spot here.
So, так, получается, там тоже здесь. Нет уже. Здесь могут быть короли, туз король, туз дама, дамы, шахерова. Которого мне нужно поставить. Поставить 304. Я буду разыгрывать 700, 1100, 3300, 400.
We've been watching Makita for years, and I don't think I've ever seen him talk to himself as much in a spot as he is right here. And he is going to fold. Ace queen for Brewer, the aces for Ivy.
I'm good at running into aces. What'd you have?
King jack off.
The
Very nice
winner
when
of
you
this
see these
pot
clubs.
becomes the chip leader.
Kinda
If
nice when you
Ivy
see these
loses, he's eliminated.
But that's not great for me. I need that king jack 10.
Is it 10 jack off or king jack off?
King jack off.
King jack?
We were thinking, yeah, I need that king and that jack. Queen 10-8.
All of the
Door
Well,
is
there's not many
open.
aces left, though.
That's true. All of the nines.
Turn card. Is an ace.
King jack.
Makita. A bit flustered. Easier to be results oriented though.
But you know, Jeff,
only 2 times.
Honestly perplexed that he didn't stick it in, understanding the situation as is. It had to be really close, but I think he might lean towards putting it in more often than not, knowing that Brewer can't be eliminated. I realize Makita has Brewer out chipped. He's got 400,000 left essentially. Brewer's got 270.
Right.
Still able to ladder up, but all the money's at the top, right? It's 400,000 preferred. You got to win it. By not calling it off, you certainly give yourself less of a chance at winning the event.
Brewer down to just 270K in chips. All goes in here with the ace-9 of hearts.
270.
Ivy with queens.
All in.
He says all of it. And it'll be Ivy versus Brewer again. This time Ivy with the chance to score the KO.
And I think we're about to see these percentages. Ace-9 of hearts is
totally fine.
In great shape. Well, not great, but good shape against
underdog.
2 queens.
45-ish%. Jack 8-9 with 1 heart. Now about a 2-to-1 dog. You see on the bottom left corner of your screen, looking for an ace or a 9. Or heart, heart. Another 8 on the turn. Take the mic off just yet. Could still win with an ace or a 9. It's a 10 on the river. Straight for Ivy. You say good game to a flustered Chris Brewer. Out in 5th for $96,000. Makita has scored that 36K ladder. We are down to 4, and Phil Ivy is our chip leader.
Perhaps brought that into the universe, Jeff, by rooting for Ivy.
That's true. It's all the credit goes your way. This leaderboard presented by Luxon Pay. Brewer out in 5th. Santi eliminated in 6th. Eric Seidel Busted just before we started our final table coverage today. See the payouts for the final four. 48K pay jump from 4th to 3rd. Up top is $408,000.
Yeah, Makita just guaranteed, well, didn't guarantee himself, but earned himself that pay jump by correctly folding extra 48 times. I still would have called, though, Jeff.
You would have just put in all the chips to begin with.
Would have put it in.
Yep.
Would have tripled up.
Right.
Had a shot to win.
Say it was right because you would have won.
4.8. 4%. You have it over 6, right?
Yeah. 5, 8, 6, 2.
King 10 for Makita. Most of it goes in. And here we go. Ivy with ace 8. Makita with king 10.
And we don't have percentages. I assume this has got to be about 50-50. Flip a coin.
How about 10-10-9 for the milkman?
I would be way more excited than that.
Yeah.
It's like he knew it was coming.
7 on the turn. You see the outs for Phil Ivey on the top of your screen. Looking for a 6 or a jack to bust Makita. It's a king on the river.
There
Safe
we
run out.
go. The milkman with a smile.
Party Poker Ambassador from Belarus. Up to 670,000 in chips. This is his 7th short deck tournament cash. 14th on the all-time money list with about $28.5 million in tournament earnings. Yeah, just max pressure on Ihor with that short stack line there in Makita. Going to be very hard for Ihor to get involved. $48 entries in this event, creating a prize pool of $1.2 million. Event number 2 underway right now. 25K, our first no limit event of the series. Already up to more than 40 entries. There's going to be a big turnout in that one. And Hossein Ensan has joined the field.
Wait a minute, the champ?
The champ is here, the 2019 World Series of Poker main event champion. Kerry Katz currently 2nd in chips in the 25K.
El Jefe. These events are right in his wheelhouse. Normal structure that he's used to in all of the high rollers.
Small hand.
Ivy with 9s just rips it.
Oh
Ace
my.
King of Diamonds for Ihor. With that pay jump, with Makita's short stack.
Oh, what a dream for somehow 2 9s. Makita gets off the 8s. Ace King suited into the muck. Chidwick
Jack
is
for Chidwick.
never calling. He wouldn't even like calling with 2 aces there.
What do you think about Ace King of Diamonds there with Makita as a pretty significant short stack behind?
Probably has to be a fold
Yeah.
with the money jump.
It's painful though, but
With the ante in play, you know Makita's just constantly putting money into the pot. It's frustrating, but I think it has to be correct.
ICM significant, of course, at No Limit Holdem final tables, but much more extreme here in short deck.
Even here, Ihor is pained. Has to do it. Puts it in and
Not
just you
completely
hope you
thrilled
get
about
through.
it,
Yeah.
right?
How much is it?
Oh, and Ivy has asked for a count with Ace King. Could Makita find another ladder? And could Ivy become a significant chip leader? Or does it all of a sudden become a 3-horse race for that chip lead with Ivy, Chidwick, and Ihor Shklaruk? This would be the biggest pot of the tournament, slightly bigger than the Ivy versus Brewer hand. And here we go. Ihor, the one all in and at risk with Ace Queen up against Phil Ivy's Ace King.
Richard, I need a pay jump.
And really the last hand that Ihor wants to see is Ace King. I mean, if it's 2 kings, great.
Yeah.
Obviously, aces you don't want to look at.
And it comes king at 9-6. Pretty perfect there for Phil Ivy. Shklaruk in a lot of trouble. Makita can't help but smile. And the turn is a 9. That will do it for Ihor. Out in fourth for $132,000. And a 48K pay jump.
Okay, thank you.
For everybody.
Okay.
But that pay jump feels a little bit better if you're Makita Badziakuski. Richard Young hanging out with the guys, taking a look at this leaderboard presented by Luxon Pay. Final 3 guaranteed $180,000. 84K pay jump from third to second. Up top, $408,000. 3 of the top 15 on the all-time money list in that shot right there.
$225.
Does Key to go with it here on the button with the queen 9.
Time.
No. I do not have this 40% equity.
Time.
I already throw you.
Nikita down to 350K.
Steal your chips.
All in. All in.
Call.
All of it from Ivy. Nikita calls with king queen. Chidwick.
Chidwick knows Ivy is shoving an extremely wide range. Makita calling it off with something relatively reasonable. I don't think ace-10 is good enough. Obviously, Chidwick is going to think this over. Does he have a chance to get it in very, very good? We have all the 10s dominated. Jack 10, Queen 10, King 10. Once in a while, it's a 9-10 you're shown. And we have worse aces dominated.
Does Chidwick say, let's dance? With a three-way all-in to perhaps end this thing. You see the equities, bottom left corner of your screen. If you
Think
get
they
called,
run close? Yeah. He knows right where he's at. The question is, do I just stick it in and gamble? This is really how I want to do it. Ivy's going to be moving me in all the time. There's not a lot of post-flop play.
And there's the fold.
I'm not sure which I wanted to see more.
Had a good hand against you, probably.
Ivy with the Jack 9 of clubs, Makita with King Queen.
Yeah, it's a good fold by Chidwick, I think. Obviously not being results-oriented.
Right.
Ivy knew that Chidwick was probably thinking ace-10, ace-jack, ace-queen.
Well. Okay, here we go. We're back. We're good. King Jack 9.
Still like my side.
Jacks and 9s for Ivy. You see, it's just a flip.
Yeah, you're flipping. Nothing
Makita
changes.
Looking for a king, queen, or a 10. Can he find it on the turn? Yes.
Now he
Form of
loves
the
his
king.
side,
Yeah,
Jeff.
I think his side's in
That'll
pretty
do
good
it.
shape.
350.
God, if Chidwick would
Never
have called,
know.
it was just over. Well, Makita would have.
yeah.
Yeah, he would have tripled. What am I talking
Yeah,
about?
right.
Math.
Right.
It's hard. It's hard.
I would have been out.
No. I mean, I don't know what was river, but... 6?
Yeah,
Yeah.
ace high.
Yeah, so you lose to both of us.
It's amazing how the
That's the
milkman
only
just
scenario
makes
you-
money.
I
That
don't know if I'm trying to.
crazy fold 3-ways not too long ago. He's managed to ladder up 2 spots
Yeah.
since.
Up to a 180K payout. Would have found another one if Chidwick stuck the chips
It really
in there
would have. Yeah.
for another $84,000. King, queen of spades this time. Jack for Chidwick. Chidwick calls. Nikita's still with 180K behind. Ace 10-6 and a smirk.
You seem to be ready.
Man.
All in? Call.
Jack on the turn. Straight for Mikita.
Welcome back.
180.
180.
Unless we chop it up.
And all of a sudden,
We got a ball game.
yeah, Mikita up to more than 1.6 million in chips.
Too many lives in this.
I'll never doubt Makita again.
Probably
I
not.
still would have called a ways back. He's found a way to get it done regardless.
Chipping up is Mikita Bansiakuski out of Belarus.
Smaller.
Max pressure from Phil Ivey.
Steve, how much you playing? 3?
4.
4.
Yeah.
1.6.
Mikita limps Chidwick, checks the sixes. Queen 9-8 all spades. Chidwick does have that 6 of spades. We'll look at what Mikita has to deal with. Forming that intense stare from Stephen Chidwick. Kings and nines for Makita. Aces for Chidwick. Ace 9 for Ivy. Long tank in the correct fold.
$4 million? Roughly, right?
3-9, yeah.
I'm all in.
All of it. Almost $100 million in career tournament earnings on the table between these three. $12 World Series of Poker bracelets. Ivy has 10 of them. Chidwick got his first in 2019, the 25K pot limit Omaha event.
I just want Ivy to chase more of them.
Yes, same.
Simply to disrupt Phil Hellmuth, to get in his head. No one else really has a chance.
If Ivy picks up a couple, well, Seidel now with 9.
Seidel has 9.
Seidel fire.
Yeah, and he's playing online.
Yeah.
Obviously.
But yeah, a bit surprised we haven't seen Ivy in the GG streets for some of their higher stakes WSOP international events.
All in.
All of it. Nikita with ace 7. White chips worth 100K, green chips 25,000 apiece. The grayish chips are 5Ks. Rip City again. I think with the slow squeeze, Chidwick looked at that ace first. But didn't find a good one behind. Hit the music, Brent. Play that guitar.
That's a synthesizer, Jeff, all right? Let me just play this. Yeah.
Sounds fantastic.
Somehow, still 3 ways and a dream. The Milkman continues to survive. 3 Titans, if you will, Jeff.
I agree with that.
The old guard, a couple of the new kids.
Nikita, Chidwick, Ivy.
I do think it's sort of unfair that we lump Ivy into the quote-unquote old guard, although it's true.
Yeah.
But his game is as sharp as ever.
That's true.
We know he studies. We know he works on the theory side. It's just what it takes.
The old guard really is keeping up with the new kids. Ivy, Negreanu, Seidel. Eric Seidel finished in 7th in this event. And Ivy just continues to chip up. Shove after shove after shove. Ace King of Spades for the Milkman.
Well, there's only really one decision here, Jeff. Look down at the goods. Look up at the sky. Say a little prayer.
Play for most of it, I'm guessing.
I would recommend playing for all of it this time.
800,000?
Okay, or not. Do it your way, Makita.
And just fold.
Line to be now 1,000, 2,000, 2,000. Big line to dealer start, please.
Chris Brewer, by the way, finished 5th in this one for 96K. Jumped into the 25K no limit. Eric Seidel did as well. Chidwick with the ace-6 of hearts. Of course, in an uncomfortable position with Ivy right behind him, who continues to apply pressure to Makita.
Steve, how much you play now?
$3.3.
I'm all in.
It's 10 of spades for Chidwick. Folds. Ivy continues to build 100 or 200K at a time. More than 2/3 of the chips in play belong to that man, Phil Ivey, the Poker Hall of Famer.
Did he talk about any of his short deck strategies in his master class? I know you watched that, Jeff.
No short deck was taught in master class.
Maybe they should do a part 2.
Maybe.
The sequel. By the way, Jeff, random, but rumor has it, I've been told, that Christoph Vogelsang, the tractor, in attendance.
Really?
Going to be firing.
So what I said 2 minutes ago about Christoph Vogelsang joining the field was proven accurate by your sources?
You were the source, Jeff.
Oh, okay, okay.
You were the source.
Yeah, thank you for that.
You're like the Schefter.
Might have been
poker.
a minute and a half ago. And here we go. Ivy rips it. Makita wakes up with the ace-king of clubs. He is all in and at risk. And it comes 9-8-6 with 1 club.
6 of clubs.
Now remember, the ace is also a straight card. Pretend that's a 5. Hence the near 30% equity still.
And needing a 7. For now,
It's the worst card.
it's a 10 on the turn. Yeah.
A 7 now would be a chop.
But
Very
you still
bad
got to
card.
have it
Yeah.
to stay alive via chop. And the river is an ace. That does it for Makita. Valiant effort, stayed alive, acquired a couple ladders. Out in third for $180,000.
Yo.
The great Richard Young.
Yes, sir.
Следующий уже не смог. А?
Free.
Huh?
I feel like I just got released.
Chidwick was, as we say, in a coffin.
Certainly was. And boy, I don't think have we ever seen Stephen Chidwick versus Phil Ivey heads up?
Don't believe so.
How many times have we talked about the similarities between these two, their playing styles, their demeanor, their look, the presence?
Phil Ivey looking for his first win since March of 2020. take a look at our leaderboard presented by GG Poker. Ivy with more than 11 million, Chidwick about 3 million. Certainly has some work to do. 264K to second, $408,000 to first place. Chidwick's last win came in January of 2020 at the Australian Poker Open. Bum, 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 bum.
Dun, 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 dun.
A look at the payouts. Eric Seidel eliminated before we started our final table coverage today. Payouts presented by Luxon Pay. Santi out in 6th. Brewer eliminated in 5th place. Ihor out of the Ukraine. Busto in 4th. Makita worked his way up to 3rd for $180,000.
Well, I don't think it's right that I didn't make the stream today. I came all this way. Just won my 9th bracelet. I thought maybe you'd want to see me at the
We wanted
feature
to.
table.
What went wrong for you today, Eric?
Well, I went boarding this morning and I caught some good waves.
Beautiful waters, it seems, in Cyprus.
Yeah, very nice. A lot of jellyfish.
Really?
Break off to this.
Little bitter, wasn't he, Seidel?
Yeah, Seidel, but it was nice of him
I don't
to join
blame
us.
him. Yeah, it was. And I don't blame him for
treat.
Having a little bit of resent for not getting the coverage he really deserved here today. But, hey, we found a way to bring his audio in.
We were devastated when we found out that we lost Seidel before the stream started. Trophy on the table. Ivy versus Chidwick, two of the biggest names in the game.
I like that trophy. Is that a brick of Ethereum? Is that
no,
is
I
that
don't
what it
think
looks
Ethereum
like?
Is
that the coin?
Ethereum's not a physical currency; it's digital.
More of a Bitcoin, because that's
not.
It's very expensive.
Either. Well, that's true.
How is your position these days with the crypto market, Jeff?
Don't have much of a position established in these markets.
Have you been watching it, though?
No.
Loading it every morning and just thinking what could have been?
No. You?
No. No, I don't have any idea what I'm looking at. Numbers keep moving up and down. It's a lot like the stock market. I don't understand what that is either. All these little symbols and letters.
Yeah. So would you say your portfolio is pretty diverse?
My son's kindergarten art portfolio is way more diverse than my
Put them up as
portfolio.
NFTs or whatever that means.
Yeah.
You'd be rich.
I have I bought one.
Did you?
An NFT. I did. I sold it minutes after I bought it. A very handsome profit.
Good for you.
Yeah, it was a big mistake. It's worth about 10x now.
Damn it.
Well, these things happen. They're lessons in life.
Ivy flop strips here.
You know, after I willed Ivy's victory today, when I brought it into the universe, he's been running scorching hot.
He hasn't won yet. Secondly, I'm not sure how much credit you deserve.
Well, that's what I do, Jeff. I make things happen. I couldn't do it for my own career, but I sure as hell figured it out for Ivy. A lot of people give me credit for his return. He's back into poker.
Name one person who gives you credit.
Well, it's a long list.
No, just one name.
Pick the names. You can. I'll send you the list. A lot of people. I once offered to caddy for Phil Ivey and Nick Schulman on the golf course wearing a full caddy suit.
Yeah.
They quickly declined.
That's not a surprise.
They wanted me nowhere near them.
Yeah. Can certainly see that.
They didn't even allow me to go in the clubhouse while they were out on the golf course. Nowhere near them.
Right. Why would, yeah. Phil Ivey looking for his 27th career tournament victory. He's 26-14 heads up. Chidwick looking for win number 23 of his career. He's 22-18 when it gets down to the final two. Thanks to our stats department for that one.
We have a stats department?
We do, yeah. Great. They're great. Just always in the back here.
Is that Remco?
No, it's not Remco. You think Remco's always here?
No, he's
absolutely not.
Never been here. Much like they won't let me in the facility. We don't let Remco in the facility. It's very similar.
Remco, our fantastic senior media manager at PokerGo. He also hosts Run It Back. Check it out on YouTube.
It's a great show.
It is. It's awesome.
Every Thursday.
Yeah, it's awesome. We got to get this guy on it.
Ivy?
Yeah.
Or Chidwick? Both.
Well, both.
Yeah.
It's going to be tough to book both. Maybe they'll do it together.
What are the odds of Phil Ivey ever joining Run It Back on Thursdays?
I think Remco could draw him in.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Odds still not good, but I think it could happen.
Now, Chidwick, I think, would be a favorite. He would do it.
Yeah, over Ivy.
Yeah.
Chidwick would do it.
So we see this heads-up battle between two of the greats, Chidwick, Ivy. We welcome so many of you in the United States for joining today's coverage. I know a few folks are waking up, crack of dawn on the West Coast, hard at work by now on the East Coast, clearly not paying attention to your job as you have YouTube or PokerGo running. We appreciate you.
And we welcome our international viewers as well. To Super High Roller Series 0, presented by GG Poker and Luxon Pay. Does bluff from Ivy get through? It will not. Chidwick looks him up. Nice call by Stephen Chidwick. For those of you new to short deck, no 2s, no 3s, no 4s, no 5s in this deck. And a flush beats a full house. Great setup we have here at the Marriott Royal Hotel and Casino in Cyprus. This is a PokerGo Tour event. PokerGo Tour presented by Guaranteed Rate.
All in.
The trophy awaits. Either Phil Ivey or Stephen Chidwick. This is Ivy's 13th career short deck cash.
Ivy has to be considered one of the elite short deck players as far as high stakes tournaments and cash games are concerned. I think the general consensus is that it's sort of close between Jason Kuhn and Jungle Man being top 2. That may have changed over the course of the last 3 or 4 months, but everything I've heard through the grapevine, Ivy's got to be up there, though. You know, maybe he's been playing a lot lately. Game's probably sharp.
This could be his 3rd short deck tournament win. This is Chidwick's first time heads up for a short deck title. Already 50 entries in the 25K no limit.
Yeah, they're going to be massive. All these fields here on out will be absolutely ginormous. It really goes to show the international presence in these high rollers.
Yeah.
What's been missing, right? From you think back to the U.S. Poker Open, the Poker Go Cup, what we've been running here in the States as part of the tour. We didn't really have an international presence, clearly because of the state of the world. And they have been very missed. Hopefully, September, when the Poker Masters rolls around, when Super High Roller Bowl 6 comes to the studio, we'll have such a presence. That would be something.
The World Series of Poker follow-up. Poker Masters and Super High Roller Bowl 6. Will the Poker Go Heads Up Championship in December?
No, we won't.
No?
No, that's going to the top of the calendar year of 2022, dates TBD.
Gotcha.
We will, however, Jeff, have the Poker Go Tour Championship.
Ooh, okay, I like that.
In December. The date's still being sorted, but that will be a one-off event, likely $100,000 buy-in, a 3-day event. Call it the Tour Championship. The last event, essentially to determine who's going to win the Player of the Year, which Ali Amshurovich has a pretty substantial lead in first place right now.
That Poker Go Tour is presented by Guaranteed Rate, and yes, Ali has 2,600 points. Sean Perry in second with about 2,000 points. Ali with 9 wins.
And a lot is going to happen here, obviously, at Merritt, a part of this Super High Roller Series and the Super High Roller Bowl Europe. Ali is in contention. Sean Perry is not. Kerry Katz is all of a sudden a contender in the top 5.
He's fifth.
I don't believe Sean Perry made the trip. I haven't seen Sam Soverel on any of the leaderboards.
Chris Brewer is here.
Brewer's there. Yeah, this series is really going to, I think, make some moves on that leaderboard. You know Ali's going after it. There's a lot of poker left for the remainder of 2021. I don't think Ali should not be writing that check or cashing that check quite yet.
Top pair for both, and Chidwick with the flush draw. Ivy's King Jack still best. Check calls again. Reverse a 7, 900K in the pot. Chidwick 2.3 million behind. Quickly checks. It goes check, check. Ivy will show down the winner.
That's the face you make when you're thrilled to win a pot.
That's that Phil Ivey look.
I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think I was.
Let's take a look at our leaderboard presented by our friends at GG Poker. Almost a 6-1 chip lead for Phil Ivey. He's at more than 12 million in chips. Stephen Chidwick about 2.3 million. You can get used to these star-studded final tables, folks. We'll be here every morning with you. The plan is to start 7 a.m. Eastern, 4 a.m. Pacific time.
Yeah. I will.
Or we feel like a break.
The final table coverage will showcase some featured table coverage as well throughout the week.
Yeah, we're going to have a long day of streaming every day from now until the end of the series. You guys are in for a treat.
When this tournament wraps up, we'll feature coverage from day one of the 25K No Limit event, which is going on right now. Brent, did you hear Christoph Vogelsang's in that one?
The tractor?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't realize they had fields all the way out here to northern Cyprus.
Throughout Cyprus.
Takes a long time to ride that John Deere. Germany to northern Cyprus. He is German, right?
Yes. Yes. We haven't seen him in a while. I almost forgot where he's from.
Well, the crops, they've been wonderful.
Yeah. Look nice. Pulled that John Deere right up to the beach here in Cyprus.
It's funny because it's true.
It's there.
Yeah. They do perform well on sand, by the way.
Do they really?
I know that. I'm from a farm town. Spent a lot of time on tractors.
And so you took the tractor to the beach?
Well, we didn't own cars.
It's a very long trip.
Oh.
The great beaches of Lake Erie.
Yep. Apologies in advance for the delirious conversations that could take place throughout the course of this next week and a half.
Nothing delirious about it, Jeff.
Not that specific one, perhaps, although that was a little bit strange. Got shot for Ivy. Thanks for checking us out on Poker Go. We are live and free throughout the course of Super High Roller Series Europe. You can also jump in the chat with us on Merit Poker's YouTube channel. It's up to Mitch, to Mr. Frank, to 50, to Jimmy Buffett. Hello to Leon, to Jamie, to Grateful Mouse.
Okay, 275.
And Brent, allow me to read some breaking news on your Buffalo Bills.
Now, hold on, Jeff.
Okay,
allow
okay,
me
okay.
to just digest what Steven Chidwick is up to. And Ivy,
Backdoor draws for Chidwick.
yeah, Ivy's not done. I mean, Chidwick, it just has to be a little sick. That check raise designed to just take it right down there on the flop and faces resistance. There it is. That's the white flag.
Ivy checks back. Ooh. The river is a 6.
It is,
which
Jeff.
would give Chidwick the win if we went to showdown.
I don't think that'll be the case. Chidwick would have to somehow tell a tale that he would have taken this line with maybe a turned full house, perhaps a rivered flush. Nothing would make sense, really, other than those two hands for him to bet. And now Ivy.
Oh, he does check
Wow,
back, and so we do get to showdown, and Chidwick will just win.
He's going to be slightly annoyed, obviously, seeing that 6. Queen was dead. Chidwick could not win with that card. I think that's a street maybe Ivy could be betting. As he would have played maybe a house in that regard, although unlikely to have checked back on the turn. You want to play it fast with the presence of a flush draw. Anyway, we move on. Chidwick just finds a way.
Yeah, just real quick on the Bills. Cole Beasley.
What?
Cole Beasley,
Yeah,
your favorite wide receiver.
No.
And Gabriel Davis passed this morning's COVID test, but have been removed from the facility and must undergo a 5-day reentry process as close contacts to a member of the team's training staff who tested positive. If players were vaccinated, they would not have to be out for the 5 days. Just FYI. Back to the action, Ivy versus Chidwick.
I'm just going to pretend that you did not try and ruin my morning.
Right.
With whatever you just told me.
Right. Let's go, Bills.
You're damn right, Jeff.
Chidwick limps in with the King Jack of Hearts. Ivy flops a 7. You can find us on Twitter. He's at Buffalo Hanks. I'm at Jeff Platt. And Brent, lovely picture of a tractor on the beach that Jess sent us.
Thought I was kidding. Tractors perform very well in the sand. Speaking of performing well, what a turn card here for Chidwick. We now have plenty of equity going to the river. Buries it.
Stone cold for Stephen Chidwick.
Yeah, and a tough card for Ivy. We've improved to the worst straight you can possibly have. Would Chidwick bet worse? Would he ever bet a set, 2 pair? don't think he can possibly have any bluffs. He'd have to be turning like ace-8 into a bluff. There's a perfect size. Call, payoff.
Snaps.
Yeah.
Snaps.
Nuts,
smirks.
What's that?
Nuts.
Long
Nuts
straight.
indeed. Many cards in a row.
That is the maximum straight.
Yeah.
I'm all in.
All of it. Wow. Chidwick looks down at ace-queen. And here we go. Stephen Chidwick, the one all in and at risk with ace-queen against Phil Ivey's king-10 of clubs. Phil Ivey looking to kick off Super High Roller Series Europe with a W. King 9-8. Fantastic start to this one for Ivey. Chidwick on the ropes. For an ace or backdoor cards to make a straight. Turn card. The turn is a 10. And now Chidwick looking for a jack. And a jack only. Or else it's Phil Ivey's tournament river card. The river is an ace, and with that, Phil Ivey has won event number 1 of Super High Roller Series Europe for more than $400,000. Brent, that is a way to start the series.
Yeah, what a beginning. The fans at home, here we go. We have a whole 9 more events, Jeff, left. Ivey kicks it off with a victory right away.
And just immediately runs for the hills.
Well, he's got to go hop in the next event, Jeff.
No need for any celebration. Phil Ivey has just won more than $400,000. Chidwick finishing in second. Makita in third. Ihora out in fourth. Chris Brewer eliminated in fifth. Santi and Eric Seidel round out our final table. That final look at the payouts brought to you by Luxon Pay. Ivey with his third career short deck tournament win with his 27th career tournament win. What a performance from Phil Ivey. Brent, our day is not done, is it?
No, it's not. We're going to come back with some feature table coverage of event number 2, 25K, no limit. It's happening right now. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in a few short moments.